Hello everyone and welcome to Half the Race Gone. Tonight is Project Cars night on Half the Race Gone. As many of you will know, we're racing in the Apex Online Racing GT3 Championships. As usual, you're getting a weird echo from my laptop there. This week we're in Belgium at Zolder, which is an amazing track but also a bit of a meme. We're gonna try to keep those memes limited for you tonight because it's a bit of a worn one. We don't want to be no normies. With me, as per usual in the voice chat here in the warm-up, we have Mr. DirtenDK himself. Say hi to everyone, Dirten.
Hi! It's a
What's
pleasure
up,
to... Hello! Hello everyone, my name is Dirten. I'm a SimRacing holic.
My name is Jeff.
No, it's my very first experience here at Zolder, so quite interested to see how it goes. Somehow. I am not... Oh, as I take an absolute flyer over one of the curbs in one of the chicanes.
I took a flyer in the pits because I thought I'd hit the pit limiter but hadn't.
That's always a classic.
That was a real slurp of coffee if you heard that. Real slurp of a nice cappuccino. Man, I'm gonna miss that espresso machine when I move from this place. So much.
Book. I managed to hit the pit wall yet again. Coming out of the box.
This is really not a strong track for me right now either. I really haven't practiced a lot, and this track really is. There's so many blind entries, so many long, weird braking zones. It's really a track you need to have sitting in the back of your head completely, and it certainly isn't for me right now. Whoa. That wasn't even how you normally spin. That was just a silly one. Nice one. Just let this guy through, maybe put on some gloves. See if that helps. Oh wow. He really came close to me there for no reason. Oh shit. I'm gonna just return to the pit box real quick because I need to plug in my DS4 as well. Just getting everything set up when you're not running the PS takes a while, so it's easy to forget something. Can you plug in? Thank you. Whoa, knocking over the keyboard. This is going well. Hi Stevie, what's up man? I hope you're good. Hope you survived yesterday with no Tuesday racing now that the TSR is over.
Well, actually there was racing yesterday in the TSR.
But he wasn't racing, was he? I just dropped by.
He wasn't racing though.
I dropped by really quickly for one short minute and noticed that he was in the chat. And he's a really good guy.
True.
He's a really good guy at Gran Turismo, but that good, I'm not sure.
No, that's true.
Yeah, for sure, mate. I'm good as well. Stressing out a bit, looking for a new place, but such is the hassles of life.
Thanks, Porsche guy. I appreciate that. Couldn't you just have let me go? Oh, guys.
Yeah, it looked a crazy one on paper as well, running the F1s on the Nordschleife. Did anyone run manual? No one ever does, do they?
I don't actually know. I think Stick ran the sequential manual.
Oh, of course, because it is a sequential manual, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
So that's fair enough.
So, But it was the night race and everything. It was absolutely impossible for me to tell what was what and who was who, except for the fact that I had the graphics to help me out. But if I hadn't had the graphics, it would have been absolutely hopeless. Just 14 completely, 14 cars that are completely alike. So it made for some interesting commentary moments as well.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. That's exactly the thing, Steve. Is that I didn't have much time to find a new place, so I'm gonna end up hopefully finding somewhere to rent temporarily. But then I'm gonna be stuck with the same issue at the end of that period. But we'll see how it goes. I have a few opportunities here and there. Actually, even with someone that Dirten knows, but he doesn't know about it.
Oh yeah, I have some couple of friends of mine having a room. We might have been talking to them about it, if I'm not...
This is a different guy as well.
It's a different guy. It's just randomly someone that I know.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun. But Denmark is a small place.
It certainly is. I think Copenhagen might be a very good contestant to be the world's biggest village.
Well, we used to say that about Onboard when we lived up there in northern Jutland, so... but you could say the same about
it's basically the same. It's basically the same in that regard. Doesn't take you many months in Copenhagen to realize how small it actually is in many regards. Yeah, I need to get myself a lovely sugar mama. Trouble is, I gotta be honest, I think I don't really like to date women that much older than myself, but anything to put a roof over your head, huh? Of course. Whoa, that's not how you take that corner.
I think it's so cool there was a bio-racer gate.
Yeah, it's very Belgian. Very Belgian.
It's very Belgian.
But it is in the Flemish part of Belgium as well.
It is indeed.
And they do have cyclocross races here every year.
They certainly do.
And not just like
That's
one.
True, yeah.
They have a lot on amateur level as well. Like almost every week, I read.
That's very Belgian.
Yeah, I love Belgium. I wish it was sunny and warm. I'd legitimately consider moving there, but it's so bleak. It's even worse than Denmark.
It's even worse than Denmark. You don't think that even exists.
No, it's
but
like...
then you check out stat-wise and it turns out that it actually does. It exists. It
really does. Yeah, it's like considering moving to Bergen in Norway.
Norway. The most rainy place in Europe.
In the world, I think.
It might be in the world. I've been there actually on a couple of occasions.
The rainiest city, as far as I know, in the world.
That might very well be. Have you been there ever?
No. It rains a lot. I hear.
I've been there on. I've been there. I've played concerts up there on several occasions, and it's true. It does, and it's the craziest thing actually. One of the times I was up there, it was 28 degrees and sunshine, and then the other time it was just rain. But still. And everybody was stunned about this weather, like the local inhabitants were like, what is going on?
They didn't have any proper clothes for it. I don't own a pair of shorts. All of my clothes are waterproof.
Sandals? What even is that? I've never heard of such a thing.
This is the first time we've almost had time running away from us. There's 3 minutes until race start. We need to join the lobbies.
Oh, now we need to join the lobbies. That's true.
So good few trashy laps there. It takes so long to warm up the hard tires here. I feel like there might even have been a possibility to run the softs with high pressures.
Yeah.
We'll never know. We'll never know. Maybe that's why the aliens are going so fast.
Because they're doing softs, yeah.
Yeah, just to update everyone, I did some warm up earlier, well, some practice with some of the guys from the upper tiers, and those guys are fast. They were going. I was doing 35s, 34s, and he was doing. Sorry about the jumping blue heads, by the way, or the blue screen of jumping heads. Call it what you want to call it. But everyone else, I saw guys doing 31s, so I'm 3 seconds to 4 seconds down on race pace.
Oh my.
Yeah, I hope you have better luck in your in your team.
Well, we'll see about that. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like I just did my first laps basically on soft. I feel like it really should be possible to.
Yeah, cheers.
To run.
Have a nice night, Stevie.
Pressure.
See you around, mate.
Yeah. See you around, Stevie.
Yeah, I think it's too late. It's too late for me to fiddle with it. I'm just gonna run this because it's gonna be pretty steady. And hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's too late. It's too late to apologize.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it too myself.
It's too late. Actually, it's better in the Danish song from Kasper Madrilautalen. Well, it's not from Kasper Madrilautalen. Jeg ved det godt, men det for sent nu. No one will get that joke, but it's good.
Oh yeah.
So shouts out to everyone who's joined. Just less than a minute away from start, according to the time. But we all know that's not true. We're gonna be chilling in the lobby for a few minutes here before we get on our way. And the smart money is on Dirten starting about 2 minutes to 3 minutes before me. It's been like that about every race. So
yeah,
far.
but we're only 11 in the lobby now. I think we might have a couple of.
There's 13 in this one.
Yeah, you might be before us. You've been before us on an occasion or two. But anyways, I'm gonna say hello to the folks in the chat.
Absolutely.
So best of luck to you, Trauso, and treat you well, chat. I'll talk to you later.
For sure, best of luck, Dirten. So I'm actually gonna do the same, just real quick. So you're gonna have a moment of silence. I wish I could play some elevator music for you, like we do in GT Sport. But the production value of these Project Cars streams are a bit lower. But I'm just gonna check in to see what the banter's like. It's gonna be just a quick minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that was basically just snickering. I'm not gonna deal with that much. Gonna hit the cough button real quick. Thank God for mute. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. It's very, very hard to gain track positions on Zolder, as you may know, and GT3 cars are very fast for this track, so it's gonna be a tough ask to do much in the race, and I'm gonna be struggling for pace, I think. But let's see how it goes. Oh, they actually kicked Matt. Hilarious banter, but it's taking time. So it's that awkward time where it's just creaking from my chair before we get on the way. Getting a lot of green thumbs here. I'm just about ready to get on the way. perfectly timed cup of coffee. Let's hope I execute the strategies as well as I did that cup of coffee. So it's just my teammate JW to go. He's still doing very well in the championships, by the way. I could have read out the standings for you while I was waiting, but I had so much stuff to do with snacks and coffee and drinks. We've lost some readies now. It's going the wrong way now. This is gonna be the entire stream, just hanging out, watching the green thumbs, counting them. So leading, we still have Cole Phelps in the Ferrari racing for Team Fuel Savers. It's becoming a sort of slender margin by 20 points by now to Jorn Sot racing for JD in the Audi. He's been amazingly fast over the last few races, pretty much untouchable it feels like. Certainly on a different pace, but he has had his moments. Then in third position it's my teammate JW. We're both in the Audis as well, as you know. Barker 95, I don't know if he's here tonight, but he's been very fast on certain tracks as well. He's in 4th position. And we have R Racer in 5th in the Audi, and then I'm in 6th. M Hill is in 7th. We have Archie, who's had some terrible luck. Through no fault of his own, he's had some horrible race starts. Oh well. That's just about what we get here. Time for qualifying, time to fix the setup that I never fix. So waste a minute fixing everything. This time I'm not even gonna bother with the brakes and stuff. I'm just gonna close the radiator. Oh wait, I want that engine braking. There we go. No wait, I want to run softs. Rolling out of the pits. It's actually a pretty treacherous pit exit here. Better to be careful. Pretty depressing combination of windmills and some sort of mine there to the left of the track. But it certainly makes it recognizable. I remember that from early games, even in the 90s. Zolder has always been a good track for online, well, game racing simulators. Whoops. So I haven't actually really run with the softs much because I just wanted to get race practice. So if it looks sketchy for the first lap, that's just because the tires are still warming and I'm trying to find the limit. The limit! What? Whoops. No hit the walls. Okay, so that's already these softs overheated. So I'm gonna abort that strategy, to be honest. I need to get some sort of lap in. Well, cold hearts all of a sudden. Need to be careful. Gonna let him through on the inside. So that's Jordan, that's the guy that's been looking really fast. He's sitting in second position. To Cole, who's a very consistent. Oh my god, what's going on? Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna get the hell out of the way for everyone. There we go, get some clean air to suffer on the hearts. I was so scared I was gonna lose it in the middle of the chicane, because it's really jittery. So still just suffering from the tires not warming properly. I'm taking you on a tour of the grid at least. That's cool. Currently on pole as well. He's the leader in the standings. Oh my god. So here we go. These are the only laps that's gonna count actually. count properly. Still don't really have any temperature in my tires. Oh, 35.3, that's pretty disappointing. One more lap to go. See if we can improve by much. Just a guy spinning there, a bit distracting. Better through the first sector at least. Getting some temperature in the tires as well, which is nice. Oh, just mistimed it through the chicane. It didn't cost too much. Ah, came in way too deep for the first part there. So we are improving by a second, but it's not enough to really move anywhere. We gain a single position from that. Could have gone much faster if I'd had a proper qualifying, but I never seem to manage to get a clean stint for the qualifying. I always make some mistakes. That's just how it is. So P11 is going to be our position. Our teammate JW also seeming to be struggling in the qualifying. He's P9, 34.1. That's decent as well, but Jorn doing the alien 31.1, which is completely insane. That's 1.4 seconds. Jesus Christ. So Matt going really well here at Zolder. He's not had the best of times in the season so far, so nice to see him out there. Marcus as well, Marcus Moutinho. He's also been struggling a bit in some of the races. So Cole, the leader, is in 5th position. He's gonna have to make up some ground on a track that's very hard to overtake on. So he's gonna have his work cut out for him. Cut out for him. See, I almost forgot radiator opening. That's why I'm always so quiet when I do this, because I'm really not good at remembering to get everything right for the setups before the race. This looks pretty good.
Remember, the first lap is our best chance to make up some places.
So immediately off to the races. Of course, we just hang out for a few seconds here at the beginning. Have I mapped gas to my right pedal? Yeah, it's a nice one. I'm running with the alternative. I have gas attached to my right shifter, shifter pedal, and then brake on my left, because I'm cosplaying as Alex Zanardi, or what's he's called, Zanardi. So everyone's still really bunched up here. I want to keep my tires warm. It's terrifying here on cold tires. Although with the floaty physics of Project Cars 2, it is a bit scary even just to warm your tires at 120. I mean, it wasn't a handicap joke, Martin. By the way, hi man, nice to see you. It was just, well, okay, I guess it was a handicap joke. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Zanardi, if you're watching.
Back, watch your line. Still there, he's looking. 1 length behind. He's 2 lengths behind you. 1 length back.
So that's all of the silly wiggly stuff over with.
Watch right, got a car right.
I'm a bit nervous for this T1. It's a scary one.
Still there, right side. On your rear right corner. You've got 1 on your right.
Here we go.
You're clear. Half length behind. Car right. Okay, clear, you're good. Right side. On your right. Still there. You're good, all clear.
Didn't mean to overtake my teammate there, but he hit the brakes. And I just didn't have anywhere else to go.
Right side. One, 2 lengths back. 1 length behind.
So I don't know why those guys pitted already. They might have had damage. That leaves a big gap in front of me to close. The pressure from behind as well. We have one guy off there. Racer, poor luck for him. Seems there's been a bit of an incident. We're closing on these guys fast. That's not what I wanted. God damn it. Yeah. Okay. No damage. Get out of the way of the Lambo. Go ahead, Mr. Lambo. Yeah, if you hit that curb with both sets of wheels, it jumps like that and it's almost impossible to save it. I was not supposed to do that, I was just feeling the heat. But this is a very, very tough track to race on for an hour, so not much is lost yet. A bit is lost though. Poor exit there. Let's try not to die in the chicane this time. Yay! Hooray! Second chicane. Well, you don't really die through that one, if anything, you're just really slow. That was scary. Ooh. Did well through the chicane there. Oh no! Everyone seems to be pitting really early here. I just seem to be crashing. I'm not really doing well. Guys are just on a different level to me here. I don't have the... Obviously I didn't put in the practice, but still. People are so fast. No, Mr. Merc, why are you getting so close? Already this is feeling more like an endurance race than the other AOR races, because this is such a compact track and so much stuff happens. I don't think I'm on the right line there at all, but I just... I don't know what the right line is. Oh man, that chicane gives you heart palpitations every time. It's such a killer. So I'm on a better pace now, at least. That's actually better than my qualifying lap. Oh. But it just took me so long to pick up the pace that I'm far behind everyone. Oh, no touchy. Ah. God damn it. Just as I was catching up. Or at least it felt like I was. So pretty far behind again now. Eight seconds is a pretty massive gap to make up. And there's a lot of guys behind me that pitted that are now securely in front of me as well, so that's disappointing. I mean in front of me after my pit stop, of course. There's an obligatory pit stop, which might be too bad because honestly I'm not seeing a whole lot of tire wear at all. So it's time for my heart to skip a beat again. Nope. God damn it. This time I hit it, but I caught it at least. The superior mistake to make. I think we can all agree. Oh my god. I'm really having to make some big saves here. I'm just trying to squeeze everything out of it I can, but I'm still going slow. Certainly not going fast by pushing and then making mistakes. That's for sure. Slammed on the brakes that time. I was gonna hit the curb the same way I did before. I just didn't want to roll the dice on whether or not I could save it. Oh! No one saw that. No one saw that. "15 seconds behind Barker in 7th now." Of course, I'm pretty much at the back. Barker's already pitted, so my track position doesn't really matter. that chicane. It's so hard. My tires won't really cool down, or my left rear won't. I thought my pressure was good. Turns out it wasn't. So we're catching iRacing here again. The guy in the Merc that almost killed us before. Oh, that was very deep. Oops. Thank God for tarmac runoffs. Praise be to Allah. Or something. Let's see you around, Martin. Thanks for dropping by. Have a nice evening. Oh, nearly lost it there. Oh wow, just switching up my brake balance a little bit just made a huge difference. Just got stuck on the grass. Got sucked into the wall. No damage, fortunately. Touch that curb again. No touchy. No touchy. Just trying to build that rhythm up, and it's going sort of okay. Unless I kill it now. Oh, I almost do. But I'm so far behind, I can't believe how quick people are here. It seems almost outlandish to someone with my level of practice and skill. Unable to connect to chat? I seem to have lost my connection to the chat for some reason. I'm not really able to run tech support on it at the moment, as I hope you can understand. Oh, 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 whoa. I think I'm gonna pit next lap, and even though the tires almost aren't worn, I think I might still switch them up just to avoid losing it. I'll get further without crashing with fresh tires. So that wasn't a penalty because I was on the brakes. But only because I wasn't on the brakes. So I decided to do another one because I still can't decide if I should just double stint these tires. I think I'm gonna have to double stint the tires, I guess. So I'm gonna chicken out, throw on some fresh tires, because I can just see myself looking like a damn fool when I crash 3 times towards the end of this. After all, we're only halfway, and they are starting to show wear, and the wear really did accelerate over the last few laps. So I'm fearful that that'll happen again, seeing a lot of guys pass me here. I'm gonna come out pretty much dead last. I'm so far behind everyone that I won't be able to do anything. Now I'm getting repairs on my 2% engine damage. That's dumb. Please go away, penalty. Please don't give me any actual penalties. Oh, that Merc again. Please let me reach the braking zone. Gonna hit the brakes early. Go away, penalty. Go away. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to let both of these guys past. And then just see if I can follow. That's all I can do now, which is pretty disappointing. Man, those penalties are brutal. So that was the end of getting paced by the battle for P2. I couldn't really keep up anyway, but it probably helped me. So that may have looked fast, and maybe someone is wondering, why don't you just do it like that every time? Let me tell you, I didn't have any control for pretty much the entire chicane. It was just instincts and flinging the wheel around. It was really fast though. So that was Cole off, the leader in the series. Very unfortunate. I went past him. I'm obviously gonna get out of the way as soon as he needs me to, but yeah, he was still in the sand when I came up to him. Very unfortunate for him. He's still in fourth though. That's a bit of a gap to Barker, it looks like.
That lap is a new personal best. Good job. Keep pushing.
Whoops. So apart from that lay braking, I really want to say I really do like Zolder. Such a nice track for just smashing around. Unfortunately, the PS seems to be going, bro, I'm straight up not having a good time. And I have some frame rate issues. Still good fun though. Oh, thank God that penalty just went away. The penalties here are so brutal. At least I kept it off the wall, I guess. God damn it, I touched the thing again. Man, the curves in Project Cars 2 are just insane. Sure, a lot of penalties being dished out here. This really is a tough track. Just didn't feel the rear end going there. Fortunately, I noticed right at the last second. It's getting pretty loose. It's getting pretty warm as well. 93 degrees in the rear tire, that's not optimal. Oh, that's gonna be a penalty. Yep. And they're so strict here. Just kind of roll over the hill and then just roll. Go away. Whoa. Hang on, I'm just gonna try to fix the chat because it's oh no, wait, I'm racing. There we go. F5 motherfucker. No. Penalty again. Man, I'm sick of the stewards here. They really suck. Hey, what up, Ethan? Nice to see you. I know my chat crashed and it just kept telling me that it would reconnect. So I was just like, okay, that's fine. I'll keep racing. And it never did fix it. But not much going on in the chat anyway, so no reason to fix it. But then I could see you, or I could see someone typing. And the curiosity got the better of me. And what a payoff I got. Mr. Ethan Dean himself. Amazing. Amazing. Anyway, what's up, man? I hope you're good. Whoa. But yeah, I'm just racing at the very back of the field. I'm the last guy still running. Too much of that PC Assetto Corsa. Too little of that PS4, PC2. It's very floaty once you get used to Assetto Corsa. Penalty again. I need to pay attention. Oh, it went away though. But you know, it wouldn't be a Trials Dust Project Cars 2 stream without me just messing up completely, making a fool of myself. Wow, these penalties need to calm the hell down. Stop cutting. What a terrible piece of advice. This is Zolder. Also, I'm emo. So you're just chilling and watching streams while working, Ethan. That's pretty luxurious. Yeah, same for me. I'm afraid to admit it, but yeah, pretty much the same story for me. I think I even gave my mom that "it's not a phase, mom" speech at one point. Oh, sick. So you have multiple monitors at work, but not in your rig. I guess that's the real way. That's the proper way to do things. But yeah, good shit with those studded belts. I remember scratching up the chairs. That's cool. With them, that was a good time. Just some casual, passive vandalism. You just had to sit down, so they couldn't even yell at you for it, really. Oh yeah, okay, of course. Yeah, it is difficult to run with a big enough screen when you want to race and still use that for everything else sometimes, especially if you're on PC. Wow, that was a weird line. Of course it's a penalty. That was a weird cut. I'll admit it. That was pretty bad. God damn it. Can you just go, my man? On a racer. So obviously just giving him space, even though he's coming out of the pits, he's sitting in P2. So he's going schnell, as they say, down in the land of the Germans. In the land of Deutsch. Oh. Yeah, that's how I always take that corner. Yeah, that sounds really practical, by the way, Ethan, having to drag the 1080p monitor every time. And then again, I complained on Discord about having to switch pedals and rewire everything. I guess that's not a whole lot better. So that was it. Last few corners. Very uneventful race. I don't blame anyone for turning it off. That was kind of uneventful. I had a few spins here and there, but not much actual racing going on. That was too bad. Kind of indicative of how my season has been as well. I think I'm gonna drop even further down now. Whee! That was it. So let's see. JW had an amazing race, finishing 5th. That was really good from him. Jorn, kind of unsurprisingly, in first place. Very surprisingly, however, is Cole, who was sitting in that battle for P2 that I was following for a while, down into P8 by the end. So struggle city for him, and that opens up the championship quite a bit, I think, between him and Jorn. And then our racer, who is in the top 5 as well, in second position, and Marcus Moutinho, who had a great qualifying, holding on to that and getting that third position, really nice from him as well. I know De Thomas was someone people was talking about as being really fast, but he's had a rough season, so very happy to see him get fourth. And indeed, shout out to my mate Archie, getting that seventh position. Very nice. In the end, we get what was basically last position, 12th on the day, just ahead of iRacing, who clearly didn't have enough practice and was having a horrible time. So yeah, a very bad result, to be honest. Quite far behind everyone else. Painful.
Well, I also had a kind of a bad race. Actually, my race itself wasn't that bad. I was just very unlucky in turn 1. I qualified 4th, which was
nice.
okay, I guess. And I had someone on the inside, I thought, but then just as I figure out, oh, he's clear, then I get on the curb on the exit of turn 1, and just lose it, and goes just sliding. I can't do anything. I just become a passenger. The car goes in front of the entire field. And someone just missiles me in the side. Like, he's not got nothing, it's my mistake, or, you know, racing incident shit happens, but I just got missiled. And heavy damage, having to pit in. And then all race, I was 1 minute 20 down on the next guy. All race was just a struggle not to finish last. And then on the last lap, I took the guy in front. I finished 9th out of 10 finishers.
Oh, hey, so that's technically almost the same position, because I was also second to last. But I didn't.
Yeah.
I in the start I got a few overtakes, but otherwise I didn't have any on-track overtakes. So it was all just early on people pitting early, and then I was up to like 7th, but I had to pit, and I was going pretty well. That I had a spin and it wasn't catastrophic, and then I had an okay block, and then I had a whole block of spinning where I did like 3 spins in quick succession. So that was the end of it pretty much.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but I was totally off pace anyway. What kind of pace did you do for your? Well, I say I was totally off pace. Actually, the best lap of most of the guys was a 34 or something, outside of the alien 16-year-old in our tier, Jorn, who did a 32.0. Almost 2 seconds. Almost 2 seconds faster than the next fastest. Oh my god.
Yeah, because my best lap was on par with the best laps here, but I only did one of them. All my other laps was or something like that. And I did 1:34.2 on hards. Just at some point, I just did a magic lap in the middle of the race somehow.
I was actually doing quite a lot of 34s, but I had a shit qualifying. I did a 35.3. So that wasn't good. That wasn't good. So I started in 11th, but then I went up pretty quickly. Did okay in the start. And I clearly had the pace, but I just spun, I think, a total of 4 or 5 times. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just not enough practice, and yeah, it really is floaty once you get used to something like AC. Yeah. I was really struggling to feel the tires like when they were getting too hot, and it's also like they really go over a cliff when they get too hot.
Yeah, they do. It's
just like 3 degrees difference, and it's like driving on ice almost on the tire that's overheated. I learned something cool today though, that if you're running a, well, I guess it's no matter what your radiator opening is, when you get aero damage, it really affects your engine temperature. So if you're running like a brave radiator opening and you get aero damage, you're almost guaranteed to ruin your engine if you don't pit quickly. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, dude.
But then I was listening to a SimRacing podcast today. Who would have thought a SimRacing podcast even existed? And it's a race department podcast. Pretty cool stuff, actually. I'd recommend it to anyone listening. I found it on Spotify. I guess you can find it on Race Department as well. But he mentioned in like a byline to something he was talking about that in Automobilista, when you race on let's say Daytona, when there's airplanes flying over, those are actual simulated flight paths from some type of flight tracker information. So when the plane flies overhead, that's an actual plane that correlates with the time. I guess it would have to be, I don't know. Completely silly, just completely dumb.
Yeah, that's very unnecessary.
Yeah.
An unnecessary waste of energy
but
in a
also
game.
kind of cool, but mostly not. Yeah, I can totally see why, Ethan. Especially they went rambling on about F1 for like 20 minutes at the start of the episode they put out today. I'm like, if I want to listen to something about F1, I'd listen to an F1 podcast. I came here to see what a SimRacing podcast is like. I just got really into podcasts a while ago, so I just wanted to see what it was like. So that wasn't the best of days, as they never are in Project Cars 2. I'm just too much of a pleb to really be competitive in this game, I guess. You really need to practice a lot to be out there, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I could have had a good race today had I not been unlucky. I also had a couple of incidents where I just got taken out by people who crashed in front of me. And there was like really nothing to do. It was like, okay, bad luck, just bad luck, straight up. Because it actually could have been good once I got rolling and everything. I actually had okay pace today.
Yeah.
I wasn't off it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, same for me in a way, but I don't feel like it really matters if I crash 5 times.
No, but that's also true.
Because my pace was fine, and I'm for some reason I'm pretty good at like picking up the pace right when it matters. So in practice I was doing like 35s, low 35s, and then I did a couple of 34s, and then once the race got underway, I was just, when I had a steady lap, it was a 34.
Oh.
But I didn't have many steady laps. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. It's been a pleasure having all of you along. Thank you for joining us, or joining me tonight. I hope to see you around on the channel soon. Maybe you should join tomorrow evening when it's Dirten Rally. Time for another round of Dirten saying yeet all the time. And
I'm not saying yeet anymore.
And obviously, his pedals are back, which you might think is slightly obvious as he raced tonight. but he's back. And it's gonna be so good.
It's nice.
There might be a bit of maybe, are you doing that Rallycross League by now? What's up with that?
Yeah, we're gonna do that Rallycross League tomorrow, actually, on stream. Me and Joe, and anyone who wants to join in. Dirt Rally 2.0.
So it's an open invitation for those fortunate enough to have the game on the PlayStation as well. Thinking about you there, Ethan, with the mention of the PlayStation. So that's gonna be real cool. Drop by to see that. Until then, I'm Trust666.
And I'm DirtenDK.
Take care. Bye bye. Bye.